Good morning, Aries. Here we are. We're doing the second half of April. Heart spread here, guys. It's for someone if you have someone on your mind. No matter if you're with them or not with them. It's going to read who's in your heart. That's what the heart spread does. And we're going to explain as I go along. 8-card spread. We'll look at you and them and compare your energies. Get some advice for the relationship as a whole as well here, moving forward. Alright, so I've already shuffled. Let's start, Joey. This is going to be you. Your energy in and around relationships here. Very good. There's King of Swords. And you can do that. King of Swords doesn't carry a lot of beer. Damn well isn't afraid to say what he really thinks, he or she. That energy is kind of divine masculine, so it's kind of a projective energy. So you can be especially strong and in expressing yourself now around love and relationships here. And we're going to look at your partner. Wow, look at this, guys. The similarities in the colors. Excuse me. Heavy traffic in Mexico. So wow, younger air sign, yes. Gemini, most likely. I call this the creepy page because his face is a little and very intense. But it really stands out here, male, female. I mean, you're dealing with a younger person. If they're not physically younger, they're a younger soul. They're not as established as you are, not as substantial as you are. In some way, they would look up to you. No, they would definitely look up to you. And you're going to be attracted to them by their beauty and by their mind. The King of Swords. You would be a sapiosexual, I think it's called. Maybe them too. Like they'll be, when they talk about you, like, wow, they're incredible. And when you talk about them, it's like, oh, they're so sweet and they're just so amazing. But I see understanding here with you guys on this May-December line so far. Let's see, this is you when you get into the relationship with the Hanged Man energy. And let's see, this is your partner when they get into the relationship with Temperance. You know, man, you are mirroring each other. Now, they're a little more into you than you're into them. They're a little more gung-ho than you are. That makes sense. You're the king. So the hangman here is you doing due diligence. You're not getting too caught up in this relationship out of the chute. You're interested, but, you're doing the right thing here. You might be overly cautious, possibly. The King of Swords, like I said, could be overly cautious. Now, your person with that Sagittarius energy, obviously, but it's a very different feeling. And again, if they're this younger person, you give them this solid feeling of being grounded and having, patience, and that's them really looking up to you. Look at the difference between the Page of Swords and the Temperance, because this is them in the relationship. This is them sort of as an individual, kind of how they are around relationships. Maybe they haven't had a lot of relationships, Maybe you have. Maybe you've been married, you've been divorced, you've had girlfriends, boyfriends, you've learned a lot. Maybe they haven't learned so much, about love. So when they see you, it's like they're really looking up to you and feeling really positive about you. And there's a very good similarity. It's like, I think with this, they're willing to wait. They're going to have pain. They're willing to wait. Like, if you need time to think about this relationship, that's okay with them. They get it. They're not going to rush you. they're not feeling like in the relationship like you have to rush you, but they're feeling good about the relationship. They think there's a relationship. They want it to go forward very much. I don't know whether you're just like thinking about it. And here you are now, Seven of Pentacles. Look, I mean, underneath the Hanged Man, this is almost like clarifying the Hanged Man, but this is your advice for the relationship for you. And it's a, measure. It also could be what's crossing, but it's like measuring the worth here. Do you feel like you're getting enough from this person? I'm not sure that they're measuring up. I mean, I hate to be this. In some way, I think the metaphor, which is a little cliche, is you're the older person, more established. They're the younger person. I mean, it's like they hope to get you. It would be like winning something for them is what I see so far. We'll see what their advice is. But you're really like, I want to see their worth and their value to me, because that's how the kings are. I mean, they're not social workers. They're like, you go before the king. They don't care like, what do you think of them? How do they look in this gown? They're like, what can you do for me? What can you do for my kingdom? Look at this, guys. Their advice is marry your ass. Seriously. Damn, they're into you. But this is advice from Spirit. The advice for Spirit from them, if you're a cross watcher of an Aries, hang in there. Usually you don't get that from tarot. It's like, hey, bail, go into something new. But use your own, discretion. But you'd never hang if they're being abusive. But if they're being okay, and I think you are, Aries, you're just, maybe you're just not sure yet. You're still getting to know this person. Wow. And this is your advice here for the relationship as a whole. Wheel of Fortune. In the position of advice for the relationship, Aries, it's like, hold on, because something good, it usually turns in your favor, so it turns in the favor of the relationship. So hold on, because something's about to happen here. It's going to like change everything for the relationship. This is that big energy. Major Arcana, which we've got plenty of here. The Hierophant, Temperance, Hanged Man. So you're both being patient in your way. You're being more discerning. They're being more hopeful than you. But all the while, in the background, the universe does what the universe does, and it's bigger than us. Let's see where it's going to go. Wow. The Four of Swords. So something's going to change things. And when the relationship doesn't work too, I don't see necessarily coming back from this. It's moving away from a wound. And as an outcome, it doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room for another spin on that. In a couple readings I've had lately, when this outcome was not good, I saw people moving away pretty strongly, like not having such a hard time, moving away pretty cleanly, from the relationship. But I got to tell you here, I don't see this. I hate to tell you, this one's going to hurt. It's going to take some time, guys. I don't know how to say it than that. But it's not like a positive reading, but like us if you resonate, and subscribe if you want to get readings. Mondays are always Aries and Taurus day here, okay? And this is going to be for the second half of April. Maybe take a look at your singles too and see if something comes up. But I got a feeling with this, Aries, you're going to be having to take a knee here for a minute and a time out, to deal with this younger person, whatever's going on. Let me know. Appreciate it.